Hi Jess, thanks for coming in.
Hi, no problem. How's it going?
Good, how's it going with you?
Pretty good. A little bit tired, busy around here.
Yeah, it's a crazy time of year.
Yeah, all the words and things. So what's going on? What's happening?
So Susan from marketing contacted me a little bit earlier saying that the pictures from Kuala Lumpur still aren't at her and she needs time to edit them, put them up on the website.
Oh, okay.
And like that deadline's coming really close. It's about 2 days that we have to have it on the
Yeah.
website. So you know that means like we have to have it 24 hours beforehand has to be to
Right.
Susan so she can get it up for the layout.
Yeah. So with the Kuala Lumpur shoot, we had to utilize because our deadline is so tight.
Mhm.
We had to utilize everybody that is basically from Kuala Lumpur. So we shot it. Well, we organized it. We shot it, and then there's no time to really bring it back to the states. So it's a third-party retouch company
Mhm.
that we're using. And due to our budget, like we couldn't use what we usually the company that we usually use. So I can double check with them and see
Okay.
what their status is. I've given them our deadline, ideal deadline, and when they deliver the assets, it should be completely ready to go. But clearly, I need to look at it first. So maybe I can get in touch with them and maybe rush them a little bit so they
Okay.
can give it to us earlier.
That's great. Now,
Mhm.
what I was wondering is like the ideal deadline, was that like the 2 days from deadline or what was the ideal deadline time frame?
The ideal deadline was what you gave me was 2 days.
Okay.
But realistically, because I have to see the photos and approve it before,
Mhm.
it would probably be more like 4 days before the deadline, ideally.
Okay. All right. So maybe in the future we can make that like our new hard goal. I'm sorry if there was any miscommunication for
Yeah,
me. Like,
no.
when I sent out the email, I meant it to be like the day that we have this up, but not obviously there was some miscommunication there.
Yeah, I mean, it's kind of hard to coordinate because, of the time difference and everything,
Mhm.
but I can definitely try to do, benchmark, things in the future, like what is expected, let's say 2 weeks before the deadline, that needs to be accomplished, and then what needs to be accomplished within like the week of the deadline, so it could be more structured.
Mhm. Now
Can definitely do that.
it still sounds like a lot of this is like kind of following on you. Like I need to make a calendar and check in at this or that time. And we do have that support staff to help you because I know that you have a lot of
Mhm.
other projects going on. Is there something you could delegate to someone else? Is there a time system you could set up like maybe with Google Calendar for reminders that could sort of facilitate that process?
Yeah, I think I can ask my assistant to take over in terms of correspondences, so I don't have to follow every single, you
Mhm.
know, email. Maybe she can just update me on the status of what they say. Again, we're working with um, more of an international company, so communication may be a little bit harder, but I can definitely use the help.
Yeah. No, I mean that's great, and I
Yeah.
think that Leslie would do a really good
Mhm.
job with that. I'm wondering because I know that we have another shoot coming up in Mongolia.
Yeah.
If
Oh,
like
yeah.
if we might come across like similar issues, like when we go to that shoot, because we're going to be using foreign people and there's going to be a
Right.
shorter timetable. So I know that I'm kind of putting you on the spot here, but what would you sort of do in that situation to avoid sort of like the miscommunication that may have
Like,
happened
what
this
would I
time?
do different? I think ideally maybe we can cut back on certain things in the budget so we can put more money towards post production just so we can get it sooner and then we can get it approved and then it'll be like all ready to go way before the deadline. But I think this time with Mongolia, maybe I'll put into um, plan, you know, certain goals. You know, let's say, you know, like 3 weeks before we go, you know, actually on the shoot, we should have everything set up. Location, the crew, you know, models,